So to create an onboard page, we can actually go over and okay, yeah, we had an onboard screen, which is this, and we want to be able to we want to do something like when the animation over here is complete. Let's say the animation again. Let's run this. Let's start it out from the beginning. Okay. On the app again. So take a look over here. Yeah, so that stuff. So we want immediately when the animation is done, we want to move over to another screen because we don't want to know whether when the user app and the only thing they can see is wants to move away from the welcome screen to something else. Maybe a home screen, a login screen, a sign up screen. But in our case, we want to move into an onboarding screen. To do that, let's head over to our launch screen folder. Go straight to the application folder here. We are going to create a controller to help us do this. We call this welcome. That. And inside our welcome controller, let's create a class. For this, we call the class name welcome. Welcome. This and say this should extends get x controller. Let's import this and then let's fix something else we have here. So in here, we want to do something like so over here, let's quickly a function that will be called when the controller is initialized. So when the function is called, it will kind of like delay our welcome screen for like 3 seconds and then take us over to the next screen, any other screen that we want to see. To do that, we create this function init. And let's give it another name. Say big part. Welcome. It's going to be an async function. To await for a function for that function. Just say something like that for us. So say function dot delayed duration, let's say 3 seconds. And once done, we have to move to get the of all named routes dots onboard. Just import that. And this we call this function our superclass on init. Is this here? Save this. And one more thing remaining, we have to add this controller to our binding class we created before. Remember this binding here. So this is what we need. Save this. Now let's use this. Um, yeah, let's hot reload hot restart our app again. Let's see, and that worked. So we actually been taken to our onboard screen, which is dark right now. Let's see that in action. So let's go over to our onboarding screen. We are having a single container right now. We can replace that container with a scaffold. And inside scaffold, we can have a background color. We can set the background color to um, app colors. That's, yeah, and here it is. And here we can actually, on our onboarding screen, we can actually have, let's add some stuff. Here we can say body, say safe area, really safe area. And inside safe area, let's have a say test and the test when come to onboarding. Okay. And that's it. So let's hot restart our app and test this again. And that's working. So let's see that again. See, welcome screen. And immediately the animation is done. We are being taken um, to the onboarding screen, which is what we need. So let's add our onboard. So right now we are in this section over here. So we just completed custom launch screen, like a pro, and how to add a custom welcome screen. And we're still gonna touch this, but we we completed how to add get X and get storage to your app. And so right now we are in this section how to add onboard page using page view, which is this. So let's add an onboard page. So in here, let's remove these tests we have here. We don't need the test. We're going to remove the replace that with page view. And inside our page view, we're going to have a children. Oh, it's kind of suggest some multiple stuff for us. By the way, if you are thinking of what I'm using GitHub Autopilot. So I'm using GitHub Autopilot, and that's what is suggesting these code right here. And I usually use that to speed up my coding, but right now it's messing some stuff up, which is not what I need. I'll type that out myself. let's say children. Children. And let's add a dummy containers right now. And you can just say color, you can say colors dot amber for this. This like two more times. And then we can change this to red. Is that again? Change this to another color like something blue. And lastly, we can have something like green. And I think we are done. Let's see how that looks like. What that looks like. So yeah, we have a cool onboarding page, but this kind of a skeleton for our onboarding page. This is not what we're looking for. This is what we are trying to achieve right here. So we are trying to achieve this. Let's see. Yeah, so we are trying to achieve something like this for our onboarding, where we have, see, I have the sign up, we have the first screen, second screen, third screen, and then we have the sign up page. And let's do that. Add a column to the first. We're adding a column to the first onboarding page. We start creating the first onboarding page for that. And inside that column, we have children. So we have the children, and inside the children, we have something. Uh, have a row. And inside the row, we are going to let's have children and this. We have a test widget which we're going to give a test. So we have the skip. So our test is going to be skip. So we are looking at this first test here. Something like this. So we are trying to achieve this, add this. because if you look at the design over here, so you have similar stuff on the design. So if you look over, you see the similar stuff for the design, which is skip, the test skip. Let's add that. Main as is self example. Let's see this. So we have the skip test over here, right over here, but it shouldn't be centered. We want it at this right end here. We can just change this. Say end main end, and that will just move everything to the end. And one more thing, we don't want it to be kind of like very close to the tip of the to the edges of the screen. You can just give that a padding, add a padding here. I will use edge insect for the padding. I will say edge insect.all. I'll set that to 18. Yeah, we have that nice space here. That's cool. And what else? So right now we have to add our image, like what we have over here, this image. So I wasn't able to find this particular image, so I was able to find something like this. So we're going to add something like this particular image. If you are looking for where to get an image for this, you can look to Bust, if that's been pronounced correctly. So Shopify website called Bust. I usually get high quality images from here. And you can type something like dad and kid. And you can see multiple images you can select from. There are a whole lot of them you can select. So when you want to download something, just click on it. high resolution or low resolution, then hit the download button and you have that downloaded to um, your system download folder or anywhere else. Then that's it. So once you downloaded that, you can close this window off. You can go straight over here to your download folder. Then you can see what you downloaded should be up somewhere here. Well, right now I've already downloaded the image and it's called Father and Child, which is something like this. No, not this one. Where's it? Yeah, Dad dash kid. Can preview that. Yeah, something like this. So this image I downloaded already. So to add that image to your app, open up your VC code. Hold on this. Over here, your image folder. Hold, drag this, and drop it here. So I will drag and drop it here. And here is our image. So, and image goes by dad-kid.jpg. So that's our image. So over here, let's add image to our, so jpg. So you can have a container to the height to, let's say 450.0. Come on. In there we can have decoration. We can use container decoration, which is box. Box decoration. And inside your box decoration, you go to image property. So inside the image property, we are going to use decoration image widget to add our image as a background to the container. So our image will be a background to the container. We can do that. So here it is. So we have asset images, add dash kid.jpg, and so the box fit to cover, and we can also add border radius. So border radius should be border radius the circle, and we are adding the circular radius to be 10. Let's save this and see what this will look like. Cool. And we are having this nice image here. So we have the image added to the app welcome screen. Not welcome screen, to our onboarding screen. And one more thing, so we can give a little space between the skip text and the image. We use a sized box for that. Yeah, there's the space we needed. And so far we added the skip text, the image, let's add this navigation indicator. So we are going to add these navigation indicators in here. Like over here in the design, there's this dot indication we have here, which you can also see here. So let's add that to beneath the image, like after the image, have that below the image. To do that, we can head straight to our VS Code. Inside our VS Code, we can inside our VS Code we can so okay, we have this container under here. Okay, let's add a space. Size box to add a space, and we say give it something like 18. Oh, that should be it. And so for the dots, we're going to use a package called Smooth Page Indicator. And we can get that in our pub website. You can just type Smooth Page Indicator. So this is a package. So right here is the package you're looking for. So you can use that for dot navigations, and there. So there's a whole lot of animations here for different stuff you need. So let's just install this. Head over to your terminal right here. Inside of right terminal, still in your root folder, paste the command and hit enter key. That way, add this package to our app folder. So once that is done, I usually like creating off my terminal using the clear command. And then let's add that to our app, and that should be under the size box. We have smooth. You can see this. So you can just use that smooth page indicator, and you can start off by adding a count. Right now, you can hard code a count here. You can just hard code it to be 3 at the moment. And the effect we need, can use the warm effect, which is this. I can just copy this code right here. Copy that. Over here, we can paste this code right here. Okay, we can just format our code. And we kind of have an issue right now. So this controller, so the dot smooth page indicator need a controller, which is the same controller for our page view, which should be page controller. So let's give both of them the same controller. To do that, I will not be adding the controller inside here. I'll be adding that to, let's create a controller class here for our onboard. We call that onboard controller. And inside our controller, inside here will be um, let's create a class called onboarding so we're having a lot of suggestions here. Body controller, let's say extends 8x controller, import this package. We can add a page controller here. We say page controller, call it our page controller. Else, okay. I can say already. No. Page controller is equal to we initialize our page controller here. Yeah. Initial page should be 0, and we can dispose this of onClose method. We are saying page controller dot dispose. That's it. We save this. Now we can make use of this our control. First of all, let's add this inside our binding. Save this. All right, now we can make use of that in our onboarding screen. All right, so you can just yeah. Okay. Have that here. Let's import these. Import get. Now we can make use of this controller in our page view. We can say page view controller. Okay, yeah, nice. This controller, our page controller, and inside, yeah, and do the same for this. And that was it so far. So let's check if there's a way to add more customization to this. Check. Can do that. So you have dot width. Okay. So let's save this. Let's refresh the app. Cool. We're having our dots here, matching out to what we need, which is 0, which is this they have right here. That's it. So we can change the color to our app brand color, and that should be, you can just color property. Um, okay, yeah. So that should be active color. That should be app brand color. Yeah, which is this, and there we have that. That's nice. So we have up to this moment. So what else do we need to add? So we need to add this test right here, and then we add this button. Let's do that as soon as possible. So stay over here, and that should be after our smooth page indicator. So let's see. We create a rich text widget. Call this rich text widget, and and in there we have test span, test span. Inside the test span should have children. Span should have children, and okay, let's see. Uh, Here should say find mutual understanding and test style. Uh, test style. I'll have font weight. So font weight should be bold. Come on. Font size. Say font size should be 22.0, and we can have, come on, we can have color. And say app colors dot mental brand color, and let's see what we have so far in the screen. Yeah, cool. So we have this finding mutual understanding, which is close to what we have here. Yeah, get to know your, okay, yeah, finding mutual understanding with your children. Yeah, have tests and again, and this should have a test. Let's say with children. We have style, test, style, font weight. Text style, font weight and bold. Change 2.0 color should be so dark color. We can save this, and yet this is what we have. We can make it add customize more customization, so we can add padding to this, and in our padding we can say padding only we're adding to the right 128.0 from the right. I say top, say 44.0. Save this. That should be okay. Yeah, nice one. Let's add our button to the app. So height. So the height should say 60.0. And now we can have a container. So container, we can say the width should be the same size of the screen with the upgraded dots. Context dot width, and then we can have adding. No, let's leave this for now. Let's add a and okay, so test. So we kind of like did some stuff wrong here. So we kind of started hard coding our tests in here. So we are going to fix this later on. We are going to take all these tests to the each supposed place. Yeah, say tested line. So we have test style and font weights, that should be normal, and font size, that should be 20, color, that should be metal light color. Okay, so let's save this. Or okay, so there's a issue here. Our container is not having a background color, so that's why we can't see it. So once we save this, we should be able to see it here, but we can't see it because there's no background color. To fix that, we have to add a decoration to it, and we use box decoration. And inside of box decoration, we have something like border radius. Say border radius the circle, it should be 30, 30.0, and we have color, which should be app colors or mental brand color, and save that. So this is what our button is looking like. Um, so let's position the text at the center of the button. We use the text center widgets, and now the text is centered. So let's add a padding inside the button, and we can say age inside the. So looking at the design right now, I think the stream kind of froze for some seconds. Let me fix that. And let me see. So far looking at the design we have, um, so we can see everything is coming together. So we have the skateboarding, the image, the the dot indicator. We have the test right here, finding mutual understanding with your children. And there's one more thing we can do. Looking at this test kind of like is different with the test we have over here. So we can fix that up. Let's fix that. So head over to this stream here, and so here's the test. Okay, so here is it. Um, so here is it. So we can just add something like this. Dots. Okay, we can use the opacity. Can we? Come on, come on. Mm, okay. Let's- ding, ding. Yep. Let's see if we can get this color right here. Um, okay, to do that. So, say brand. So let's copy the test, the code we just got now. So this is the code. Just copy this. Over here in our app, paste it in here. And just change this to its capital letters A C, and that's it. Control S. We save that. And let's try using this on our app. Let's see. And that should it worked. Yeah. It's working, but correct bits of our code we have, and we can do that by over here at the onboarding screen. There's some stuff we need to refactor and put in a place it's supposed to be. We start with the test. This test right here. Copy this first one out. So over here we can just create another static. And we are going to name this onboard onboard screen um, more screen one. You can say onboard test screen test one. Onboard screen test one. So that should make sense. Set copy that out over here, paste that in with our custom test dot, paste that works. Next one should be this, copy that out, go over into our custom test folder file, send stuff as previous, and test 2, replace that with what we just copied, save this over here, South African custom test, okay. Is that in here, and that's fixed for that. And button test, we can just copy this button test, and string on the screen btn, copy that, save, head over here is come on, so we can start with custom test dot is think removed, we change what needs to be changed, remove this, don't need this. can copy this, move this image to somewhere else, create another folder for our imported image strings, and that should be somewhere. Okay, that's just somewhere in our team folder. So inside the class over here, we created for our imported images. We call this brand images. Let's just say brand images, and for this K onboard screen one image. Say is equals to this. Copy that, save this here, over here, and we can just use it in place of this text right here. Paste in there. Oh, that should be. Let's start with the class name. Please working. So let's see if everything we have so far, all these changes we made so far is working as expected. And oh, here it is. So one more thing we need to do, we have to convert these this onboarding screen here to reusable, to become reusable, so you can reuse it multiple times and just change the image and the button text and the text right here, and then the position of this. So that's what we'll be doing right now. So over here in your presentation, outside the presentation, inside the onboard folder, create another folder called widgets. And inside the widgets, we're gonna create this onboard. Yes, onboard template. That makes sense. Dots. We're going to make this a stateless widget. Be um and so onboard template is going to be the name of the widget. And over here we can copy everything we have here. Okay, this status, yeah. So we can copy everything we have in here. Which is all the way to here. Control C, delete that. And over here, paste it in here. Import that. Input this. import this, import this to fix the issues we're having. I think they're all fixed, and one more thing. So this controller right here, um, set a controller. So we're going to create final widget called page controller. Yeah, doesn't have to have that. Page controller. We can add that. Yeah, I can use this. Take this, use it inside here, and I think we save this. Now let's use this in our onboard screen. Copy this over here. Just paste this. Oh, no. So just import that. Just import, add required parameter, which will be just be our controller dot page controller, which is what is needed. I can copy this multiple times. Let's copy it like this. I can replace all the stuff we have here. And so let's save this, reload our app, and let's see. And now we're having our onboard. So it's working. Yeah, next one, next one. Okay, so that's what we need. Or we made a mistake. That should be three of them. One, two, three, not four. So we delete this last one. One, two, three. Save that. And so the one issue we have to fix right now. Don't mind me. That I have some. So we can actually make this image dynamic. So we can make this image dynamic, and then what else do we have to change? Because over here we have different images and different. So we have uh, img img. Just call it image. That should make sense. Image and image, and that should be a string. And, another one should be another string called subtext, subtitle, and last one should be another string called button. Add this in our constructor right here, and we can use all this in our over here. So for the image here, copy this, can replace this one with image for this, and then what else? Um, this we can replace this with other two. So this should be subtitle, and one more thing should be, so this should not be subtitle. This should be button text. So this should be subtitle. That should name this subtitle one. So that should be subtitle one. It should have another subtitle. We shall have subtitle two. So this should be subtitle two, and then so let's go over here to fix the issues we'll be having right here. So for the first one, we kind of have image. And the image are using custom, I think that's the name we are using for that. Brand images. So that should be brand images dot. Alright, adding more than we needed. Subtitle one, subtitle two. Okay. Was it suggesting more? Subtitle one. Subtitle one, we can get that from what should be this custom text dot, and we have subtitle two custom text, and one more thing is remaining. Okay, button test. So we can get our button test, which is this. So we have button test. Should be this one right here, and let's fix this. We remove that. We don't need that parameter in there. So I think that should be fixed. So right now, let's download more images for this. So we have one this image, and we can have kid jumping. So we can search for a kid image. So Of that. Um, so this ones we have here, can we use? What can we use? So we can use this one. That hi guys. I'm so sorry. I just had an issue with my. I don't know if it's my internet or something like that. Um, but I'll be kind of like rounding up for today. Maybe in our next stream, which I'm planning to have tomorrow, we should be Saturday on my own side. Then we can continue from where we left off. So right now in our on our onboarding screen, so far we can only have the same stuff, the same image on all screens. So once in a situation we can be able to have dynamic images for each screen. Like when you scroll over, you have a new different image, different text, and different button text, like what we have over here on the design, like what the designer have here. So over here in the design, you can see different text, different images. You can let's see, yeah, different images, different text. Also for the buttons. So that's what we'll be looking at doing on our next episode, which will be tomorrow. Okay. So we stopped at the onboarding screen for the mental health care app. So if you look at this place right now, so we already have this one page. Basically, it should be three. When you swipe, you should see more pages. But right now, if you swipe, there's nothing showing up. It's just only this. So we will continue building this up. And when we are done with this, we can move on to more news topic today. So yeah, so right now we can go over to this website and download an image we can use for other um, it's called, it's a shop, it's owned by Shopify, I guess. And here is the app design that we have been working on. Some of you could remember. And so here should be the first. So here's the first screen. Here's the second screen, and here's the last screen, which is the third one. Yep. So okay, so this should be first, and this should be second, and this should be last. Okay, let's work towards that. So this should basically be the last or something like that. So we can use this image. Now you select the high resolution, download the free photo, click on that, and here the image is downloaded. Let's download one more image. Um, Now we are done with downloading the two emails. So let's go over to our project directory. Open up your file finder. Go over to your download folder. I see the images that we downloaded here. I would like us to rename them. Over here in your VS Code, your project, go over to this image folder, click on that. Then over here, select the two image. Then right now we're going to drag this and drop it here. So now we have our two image dropped inside here. We can go ahead and start using them in our project. Say conference string. So let's add our image right here. So let's add our test for this onboard screen right here. So the second one we should be so the first one should be accept yourself. So accept yourself and increase your self-esteem. So let's get for the first screen, which is this accept yourself. Why didn't I cram this? So just try accept. Okay, this one should be get to know your fears. So we are done with that. So let's replace all this stuff here. So yeah. Okay, so you have them added. So one more thing is remaining. You have this button test. So you can go over here and so you already have button test for screen one. So we can save this and test it out. So, so you can see it's working as we scroll, see everything coming together. So the first screen, the second screen, the third screen, which is working perfectly with the test.